Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today. Chapter 851, The Tremor of Human Civilization. The evolution from 10th rank to 11th rank signifies a leap in the very essence of life. Beings of the 11th rank stand at the pinnacle below the mightiest, capable of comprehending cosmic rules to an extent far beyond those of the 10th rank. The phrase, a higher vantage point, describes not only a physical elevation but also an ascent in one's level of life. Why can the mightiest ones easily reach the 6th realm of space-time fusion? It is because they have landed ashore, gaining a further view from the banks of the river of time. Now, Lin Yuan is experiencing the same. The elevation of his life level allows Lin Yuan to sense the wondrous fluctuations of numerous rules more effortlessly, and his against heaven's understanding has heightened to a terrifying degree. Your exceptional understanding feels the oscillations of the origin of spacetime, enhancing your comprehension of the spatiotemporal fusion rule. Your exceptional understanding studies the secret skill Milky Way, enhancing your comprehension of the spatiotemporal fusion rule. In just a few dozen breaths, Lin Yuan's understanding of the spatiotemporal fusion rule had surpassed the accumulation of the past 100 or 200 years. In the boundless void, after grasping the 6th realm, Lin Yuan stayed in that world for over a century with little progress in the spatiotemporal fusion rule. Even if minimal, the accumulation over 100 to 200 years is considerable. Yet now, it's swiftly surpassed by Lin Yuan, who has just stepped into the 11th rank. Based on the current rate of comprehension, perhaps before the ultimate breakthrough, it's possible to raise the spatiotemporal fusion rule to the 7th realm? Lin Yuan's eyes shine with anticipation. The 7th realm of spatiotemporal fusion? A realm that most in the universe at the 12th rank have not attained. The mightiest stand on the shore and can easily reach the 6th realm, but the 7th realm? According to the records within the Shenhuang secret realm, it's extremely rare for a 12th rank powerhouse, who has not yet passed the first cosmic apocalypse, to reach the 7th realm of spacetime fusion. If any do, it's only by experiencing nearly an entire cosmic era and barely grasping it before the collapse of the universe. Normally speaking, once the understanding of the spatiotemporal fusion rule reaches the 7th realm, surviving the calamity of cosmic collapse should pose little issue. Such powerhouses, even in the vast and boundless chaos void, are few and far between. Take it slow. Lin Yuan's train of thought becomes focused. The difference between the 6th realm and 7th realm of spatial-temporal fusion appears to be only one realm, but in reality, it is an exceedingly long journey. Lin Yuan only feels that with the comprehension speed of the 11th rank, reaching the 7th realm seems possible. As to whether it can be achieved in the end, he still has no certainty, mainly due to too many variables in between. Just as when Lin Yuan was at the first or second layer, facing the question of whether he could become one of the mightiest, the leap is too vast and hard to estimate. The focus of 11th rank cultivation resides in the training of the physical body and the comprehension of rules. Lin Yuan scrutinizes himself, thinking silently. The physical body to cultivate the Shenhuang physique to level 11 perfect completion as much as possible. Considering the vast resources required for the Shenhuang physique, Lin Yuan couldn't help but aspire even more to venture into an ultramassive battlefield. Those resources, even with the help of human civilization, are hard to accumulate in a short span of time. But with the aid from the powers of numerous 11th rank powerhouses among the starry sky races, it very well could be possible. At least a significant portion could be gathered. For physical cultivation, practice the Shenhuang physique. In terms of rule comprehension, naturally prioritize the spatiotemporal fusion rule, with other pillar-level fusion rules as supplementary. If possible, Lin Yuan still wishes to try and see if he can comprehend the Chaos Rule. There are no precedents to reference for the Chaos Rule, but Lin Yuan estimates that the difficulty of comprehending the Chaos Rule at the 11th rank is greater than that of reaching the 7th realm of spacetime. Otherwise, it wouldn't be regarded by the likes of Shen Huang and the Moyu Tower Master as a legendary feat worthy of attempting to reach the ultimate breakthrough. Beyond the cultivation of the physical body and the comprehension of rules, the inner world within Lin Yuan is also undergoing a slow transformation. During the push to the 11th rank, the vast majority of the enormous chaos void origin he consumed submerged deep within his inner world. Given his current level of life, Lin Yuan is unable to swiftly transform all this chaos void origin into foundational strength, but he can slowly absorb and transform it. When Lin Yuan attempts the ultimate breakthrough, all of the transformation and accumulation of essence will burst forth, propelling him to an unprecedented peak. Just as Lin Yuan was getting accustomed to the significant advantages brought about by the 11th rank level of life, an official announcement was made by the human civilization authorities. That is the birth of a new 10th rank evolver within human civilization. A 10th rank evolver, second only to the mightiest, even among a peak race like human civilization. Every time an 11th rank is born, it is celebrated grandly. Just like when Nalan became an 11th rank evolver, a grand celebration was held, which attracted congratulations from many forces within human civilization. Now, human civilization has once again seen the birth of a new 11th rank evolver. When the many forces of human civilization were still curious about which ancient 10th rank evolver this new 11th ranker might be, they discovered that the new 11th rank evolver is none other than the Galaxy Master. From the time he stepped into the 6th realm and became the Red Kuan lineage's peak master to his current entrance into the 11th rank, the time the Galaxy Master has taken is only a few hundred years, not even a millennium. Such a startling rate of progress leaves countless citizens of human civilization somewhat dumbfounded. The Galaxy Master, he's become an 11th ranker. Black Star Lord was chatting leisurely with the lustrous Star Master and other grade 10th rankers. Since he gained an understanding of the 2nd realm of the pillar-level fusion rules, Black Star Lord has relaxed, as stepping into the 11th rank was only a matter of time. Even Black Star Lord often encouraged his former peers with the posture of a precursor. Chapter 852. This includes both the good intentions of the Black Star Lord and reveals a certain self-satisfaction. But what the Black Star Lord never expected was that the Galaxy Master had actually stepped into level 11 before him. Galaxy Master? Level 11? So fast. Surely, he is the strongest genius in the history of human civilization. It's been only about 300 years since the Galaxy Master stepped into 10th rank. How did he cultivate? Many 10th rank evolvers of Class A immediately began to discuss animatedly. With the talent and aptitude that the Galaxy Master had shown, these many Class A 10th rankers had no doubt about his advancing into level 11. If the strongest genius in the history of human civilization couldn't step into level 11, then other evolvers might as well not bother. But wasn't this speed too fast? In less than 300 years, not only did he deduce a pillar-level fusion rule, but he also elevated it to the 2nd realm. All Class A 10th rankers were immensely shocked. What they didn't know was that the Galaxy Master didn't step into level 11 by deducing some pillar-level fusion rule to 2nd realm. Instead, it was through the unprecedented accumulation of the 6th realm of spacetime, as well as the many peak 6th realm pillar-level fusion rules, that he forcefully ascended to level 11. Just by initially stepping into level 11, Lin Yuan was above all others at level 11. Even those at the perfect level 11 with the most powerful weapons could only hope to save their own lives in front of him. I even told the Galaxy Master to wait for me at level 11? The Black Star Lord, seeing the discussion among the many Class A 10th rankers, recalled what he once said to the Galaxy Master, and suddenly felt a bit embarrassed. The Black Star Lord could assure himself that he had said so from the bottom of his heart, without any intention to show off. Who could have anticipated the Galaxy Master would cultivate so quickly? The Black Star Lord's original intention was to wait for the Galaxy Master at level 11. But now, it had turned into the Galaxy Master waiting for him at level 11. central star field of human civilization, a gigantic planet. This planet belonged to the Xia family, a vital stronghold of humanity's Xia family, where many important members of the Xia family, as well as that level 11 elder of the Xia family, resided. Inside a certain manor, Xia Karen was spending time with Lin Yi. After their marriage, they had moved to live on this planet, which was also a symbol of core clan member status within the Xia family. The elder wants to see me? Xia Karen suddenly received the message and his heart tightened instantly. The level 11 elder of the human Xia family held a revered position, and direct descendants like Xia Karen, theoretically speaking, wouldn't have the chance to see the elder from birth until death. But because of his association with Lin Yi, Xia Karen had the fortune to be summoned by the elder twice on his own. Once, when it was known that he was involved with the sister of the Galaxy Master, and a second time on the eve of his marriage to Lin Yi. These were the only 2 times Xia Karen had been summoned by the elder. And now this was the 3rd time. What could the elder want to see me for? Xia Karen was quite nervous in his heart. Being summoned by the elder did not necessarily mean good news. It could be said that most of the Xia family members summoned by the elder were for bad reasons, having to face the elder's wrath and punishment. Don't worry. It shouldn't be anything major. Lin Yi reassured from beside him. Let's hope. Xia Karen's expression was somber as he stood up and headed toward the palace where the elder was in seclusion. Before long, Xia Karen walked out from the palace, his face full of bewilderment. This time the elder of the Xia family had summoned him. It wasn't for something bad. Rather, it was a good thing, a great good thing. Xia Karen had never seen the lofty elder of the Xia family show such a cordial side to himself. Before today, the elder's 2 summonses to him had only slightly expressed his concern, as well as the importance placed on that Galaxy Master. But just now, Xia Karen faintly sensed that the elder of the Xia family was relieved, and all of this was because the Galaxy Master has stepped into level 11? Xia Karen recalled the news he had received from the elder. Although it was almost inevitable for the Galaxy Master to step into level 11, the fact that he did so in less than 300 years meant that the potential capability and talent of the Galaxy Master were even above everyone's estimations. And the Galaxy Master, having stepped into level 11, has officially become part of the decision-making echelon just below the strongest of human civilization. In terms of status, not in the least bit inferior to the Xia family's old ancestor, and even the future of the Galaxy Master is expected to be much more dazzling and bright than that of the Xia family. Inside the manor. My brother, he has become a level 11? Lin Yi received this news from Xia Karen's mouth and was somewhat stunned. For Lin Yi now, Lin Yuan has become a spiritual pillar, but stepping into level 11? Wasn't that too fast? Before she was engaged to marry Xia Karen, Lin Yi might not have been so shocked. But the more she interacted with him, the more she realized what this meant. The old ancestor personally told me, it can't be false. Xia Karen swallowed hard, and even at this moment, the shock in his heart had not yet subsided. My disciple has stepped into level 11? The Chikuan Star Lord was at the Chikuan main star, casually guiding the various peak masters. After stepping into the 9th realm, the Chikuan Star Lord's ability to teach disciples had improved a lot, and consequently, 2 peak masters stepped into the 7th realm. But now, having received news of Lin Yuan stepping into level 11, a look of emotion immediately surfaced on the Chikuan Star Lord's face. All of them were his disciples, yet these peak masters were still racking their brains on how to break through to the 7th realm, and Lin Yuan, the youngest 13th peak master, has already stepped into level 11? What? Little junior brother has stepped into level 11? Teacher, this is great news. Level 11? How long has it been? Our little junior brother's talent is too freakish. One after another, the peak masters couldn't help but cry out in astonishment. A 10th rank evolver? That was an existence so powerful they couldn't even look up to. A happy event. Indeed, a joyous occasion. The Chikuan Star Lord's face revealed a smile, while his heart was delighted. Thanks to the Galaxy Master, who was his disciple, the Chikuan Star Lord had no idea how much face he had gained in front of his friends. The 9th and 10th rank evolvers from every major star domain of human civilization were extremely envious and jealous of the Chikuan Star Lord. To this, the Chikuan Star Lord's explanation was, "I couldn't help it. I just accepted the Galaxy Master. And when luck comes, you can't even block it." When the Galaxy Master was at the 10th rank, he had already made many 9th and 10th rank evolvers go green with envy, and now that the Galaxy Master had stepped into level 11, the Chikuan Star Lord could already predict that he would be subjected to his good friend's rebukes. Lin Yuan's stepping into level 11 not only influenced the scope of human civilization. The peak powers of each major peak group in the cosmic starry skies also received the news at the first moment. In a desolate starry sky, several towering figures converged. The human civilization's Galaxy Master has stepped into level 11? How could this be such a coincidence? Just after that human evolver who failed in the ultimate challenge. All of these towering figures were from the insect race and the Tianyu clan's strongest members, who have gathered together at this moment, discussing this matter. Too coincidental. The timing of the Galaxy Master stepping into level 11 was too coincidental. So coincidental that these strongest beings couldn't help but speculate. Could it be that the Galaxy Master is that evolver who failed in the ultimate challenge? A few of the strongest exchanged glances, the unthinkable idea crossing their minds. Impossible. The Galaxy Master has only just stepped into level 11. How could that cause the level of Chaos Void Origin infusion? Immediately, some of the strongest objected. Although the timing was close, it was just that close, and upon closer thought they realized how outrageous it actually was. The attempt to break into level 11 and the ultimate challenge were not the same thing. It's true. Maybe we are overthinking it. The rest of the strongest nodded slightly. Their speculation had no concrete evidence and was only based on conjecture. However, even if the Galaxy Master is not related to that evolver who failed in the ultimate challenge, the Galaxy Master who has stepped into level 11 will probably become quite a problem. The opening of an ultra-large-scale battlefield is imminent, and we must think of a way to deal with the Galaxy Master. These towering figures communicated with one another. The starry sky races, upon hearing the Galaxy Master's advancement to level 11, were all in shock and emotion. The level 11 rank already stands at the pinnacle of the universe, just below the strongest beings. The name of Lin Yuan also shook the starry heavens for the first time. Chapter 853, Opening the Path, Dominating Chaos. With my current physical body, soul, and the world within me, it is conceivable to barely bear the will of the mind. On the Milky Way main star, Lin Yuan sat cross-legged, thinking to himself. At level 10, the will index of the mind reached more than 33.3 million points. Such a terrifying will of the mind, measured on a level 10 life, is like pouring 100 or 1,000 cups of water into a single cup. The cup cannot bear so much water and will naturally overflow. This was also the reason why Xia Qin, a supreme fighter, recognized at first glance that Lin Yuan's mental will was excessive. Logically, the higher the mental will, the harder it should be for others to detect. After all, the power of such mental layers is best at concealing itself. But now, after stepping into level 11, Lin Yuan had undergone a transformation, significantly enhancing his physical body, soul, and inner world. Although still unable to match the mental will index of over 33 million points. It is much better than during level 10, at least under concealment. It can deceive the perception of level 12 Supreme Fighters. Between level 12 Supreme Fighters, they understand each other and disdain to conceal their mental will, but Lin Yuan is not level 12. It doesn't matter if his own human civilization's Supreme Fighters see through him, but it is not good if those Supreme Fighters from other races notice Lin Yuan's strong mental will. After all, it's best to keep one's trump cards hidden. Lin Yuan's announcement of stepping into level 11 was also in preparation for entering the supersized battlefield. And merely announcing the entrance to level 11? That hardly counts as revealing his trump cards. For Lin Yuan's real strength is far beyond the perfect level 11. The supersized battlefield will be established within half a year. Lin Yuan thought to himself, The timing of the subsized battlefield's creation is scarcely known among human civilization's evolvers, but Lin Yuan got explicit information from the supreme fighters. 2 primordial spirits. Lin Yuan's thoughts stirred. His powerful mental will allowed one of his incarnations to defend itself on the large battlefields. Currently on the large battlefield to expedite the accumulation of world-breaking origin force is just one of Lin Yuan's incarnations, which frees up a primordial spirit indeed. It's a pity that the primordial spirit is ultimately a primordial spirit, the chaos void origin, all immersed in the depths of my true body's inner world. Lin Yuan slightly shook his head. Although the will of the true body's primordial spirit is shared, in the case of the chaos void origin's arrival, there are some differences. At least the origin infusion onto the 2 primordial spirits isn't on the same level as the true body. Simply put, the chaos void origin infused in the 2 primordial spirits is far less than that in the true self. But this is also good. Lin Yuan changed his thoughts, his eyes relaxed. If the 2 primordial spirits were like the true self, immersed with a large amount of chaos void origin in their inner worlds, then Lin Yuan would really be reluctant to deploy the primordial spirits. Once a primordial spirit perishes, the immersed massive chaos void origin would also dissipate. Now for Lin Yuan to recondense 2 primordial spirits indeed requires some cost, but just a little, completely bearable. With my current level and realm, I can start cultivating the Martial Tao level 11 chapter. Lin Yuan's gaze was profound. Compared to Lin Yuan's own cultivation path, the Martial Tao level 11 chapter is as smooth as can be. After all, many of Lin Yuan's conditions cannot be replicated, understanding rules in various other dimensional spaces. The against heavens understanding that leaps to conclusions? Nalan is looking for me? Lin Yuan's mind moved. His consciousness entered the virtual world. Congratulations, Galaxy Master. Nalan appeared. His gaze towards Lin Yuan mixed with complex emotions. Compared to other evolvers who only heard about the feats of the Galaxy Master, over many years of breakthrough, Nalan witnessed the growth of Lin Yuan firsthand. Nalan remembered the first time he met the Galaxy Master was on the Chikuan main star, tasked by the Supreme Fighter Xiaqin to deliver the soul-settling pearl. Back then, how naive was Lin Yuan? Although showing remarkable talent and aptitude in the Chikuan star domain, viewed across the entire human civilization, still quite inconspicuous. Yet, when Nalan later paid attention to Lin Yuan, the latter was already level 9, and under the request of a supreme fighter, the two engaged in a sparring over the rule of time. Nalan lost miserably in that spar. There was absolutely no suspense in his defeat. Because of this crushing defeat, Nalan broke through his shackles and stepped into level 11. But now? How long has it passed? Lin Yuan had also stepped into level 11? Nalan's thoughts were myriad, not feeling any envy whatsoever, because he simply couldn't afford to feel envious. Other evolvers only learned from various reports about the growth rate of the Galaxy Master, while Nalan watched Lin Yuan grow with his own eyes. The shock brought to oneself by the two is entirely different. It's just luck. Lin Yuan waved his hand. You are being humble, Galaxy Master, Nalan sighed. This time, I came to invite the Galaxy Master to participate in a gathering. Nalan got to the point. This gathering, formed by many level 11 evolvers from human civilization, is specifically to celebrate Lin Yuan stepping into level 11. Even in a peak group like human civilization, level 11 evolvers are extremely rare, visibly totaling less than 1,000. Anytime a level 11 evolver is born, there will be a meeting among other level 11 evolvers, especially for someone like Lin Yuan who ascended from the strongest level 10, the historically most genius evolver of human civilization. Chapter 854. No problem, Lin Yuan nodded. The gathering would surely be held in the virtual world, which wouldn't take much time. He could simply send a fragment of his spiritual will to participate. Good. Then I invite you. Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, disappeared. At the same time, an invitation appeared in front of Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan chose to accept. Immediately he entered a manor. All around him, level 11 evolvers smiled at Lin Yuan. Among these level 11 evolvers, many were familiar faces to Lin Yuan. For instance, the president of the Biluo Association, patriarch of the Shenyuan family, and the patriarch of the Human Xia family, and so on. Most of them he had seen at the Level 11 celebration parties hosted by Nalen, the Vice Tower Master. However, Lin Yuan had only heard of most of the Level 11 evolvers by name without having personally interacted with them. Ha ha ha! The Galaxy Master has arrived. The patriarch of the Shenyuan family stood up, smiling as he spoke. Following him, the other numerous Level 11 evolvers also stood up and greeted Lin Yuan. Soon after, everyone casually sat back down in groups. Those evolvers who were capable of cultivating to the 11th tier were mostly from different eras, and a large part of them originated from the early years of the Starry Sea era, from the long slumber of human civilization. While these evolvers valued the Galaxy Master, they would not make a point of going up to flatter him. Lin Yuan also quietly sat down and started chatting casually with Nalen, the Vice Tower Master. Everyone is discussing the super large-scale battlefields of different races. Lin Yuan observed the conversations of many Level 11 evolvers around him, which were all related to the super large-scale battlefields. Such super large-scale wars can only be entered by Level 11 evolvers. The battlefields are vast and far exceed any large battlefields opened in the past. Therefore, many Level 11 evolvers are discussing how to cooperate with each other on the super large-scale battlefields of different races. Nalen, the Vice Tower Master, said quietly. Although he was a newly promoted Level 11 evolver, he had already integrated into the Level 11 community and was quite clear about the issues they were concerned with. I see. Lin Yuan nodded. He had already learned about the significance of the super large-scale battlefields of different races from the strongest beings of human civilization. Galaxy Master. At this moment, a tall woman approached, looking at Lin Yuan with curiosity. Pavilion Master Shenyuan Duo, said Nalen, the Vice Tower Master, immediately. Shenyuan Duo. Lin Yuan looked at the tall woman standing before him. He remembered Shenyuan Duo. When he had fallen into the two-dimensional world inside the white paper, Shenyuan Duo was the leader of the Level 11 powerhouses of human civilization. At that time, as Shuiyu, Lin Yuan had some contact with her. Shenyuan Duo came from the Shenyuan family, and as the strongest family in human civilization, naturally the Shenyuan family had more than one Level 11 evolver. The ancestor often mentions you in our presence, Shenyuan Duo said. The ancestor mentioned by Shenyuan Duo refers to the source of the Shenyuan family's bloodline, the first supreme being at the birth of human civilization. Even a supreme being, who usually wouldn't interfere after establishing a family, would definitely pay great attention to the Level 11 descendants within the family. From time to time, a sliver of their spiritual will would descend to give guidance. With the talents and aptitude shown by Lin Yuan, it was no surprise for a supreme being to mention him while instructing descendants. Honored by the supreme being's regard, Lin Yuan said, the ancestor is the strongest among the 9 supreme beings of our human civilization. If he values you, there must be good reason for it. Shenyuan Duo continued to size up Lin Yuan. Shenyuan Supreme. An imposing, albeit hazy figure surfaced in Lin Yuan's mind. Of the 9 supreme beings of human civilization that he had seen a few times, the Shenyuan Supreme was definitely the quietest and least talkative. He hardly ever spoke. But in terms of strength, there was no doubt about the Shenyuan Supreme's capabilities. If we're talking about the supreme being Xiaqin and the ancient power supreme being on the aggressive end among the 9 human civilization supreme beings, the void god ultimate being is known as the strongest in terms of spatial control. The feather butterfly supreme being has no match in the realm of illusions. Then the Shenyuan Supreme is the strongest in all areas without any weaknesses. It was precisely the Shenyuan Supreme who supported human civilization during its most difficult times. It is said that the Shenyuan Supreme has nearly reached the pinnacle of the path-splitting realm. Nalen, the Vice Tower Master, couldn't help but say, the pinnacle of the path-splitting realm. Lin Yuan's thoughts drifted. The 9th order is divided into the 10 heavy realm, myriad heavy realm, 100,000 heavy realm, million heavy realm, and the 10 million heavy realm, making up 5 levels. The 10th order also has many levels of division, with the highest being the grade A 10th order. Similarly, the 11th order is divided into 6 tiers, and those at the 6th tier of level 11 perfect can attack the ultimate level at any moment. The 12th order, the ultimate level and domain of the ultimate beings, can also be divided into 3 levels. These are Path-Splitting Realm, Tao Realm, Chaos Realm. Actually, before the Path-Splitting Realm, there is a transitional stage where newly advanced 12th-order beings will be. However, this stage is quickly passed. Soon after reaching the 12th order, a being will open up their own Tao. This is the origin of the Path-Splitting Realm. Opening up one's own Tao is what constitutes the Path-Splitting Realm. After the Path-Splitting Realm comes the Tao Realm and Chaos Realm. The Moyu Tower Master, His Majesty Shen Huang, and other such mighty beings belong to the peak of the Chaos Realm, traversing the Chaos Void and establishing a transcendent power. Reaching the pinnacle of the Path-Splitting Realm is not that easy. Shen Yuan Duo slightly shook his head. At the 11th order level, one can access a lot of information about the 12th order domain, including the end of the cosmic era and the calamity of everything collapsing. To survive the end of the universe's destruction, even ultimate beings of the 12th order would have to die in large numbers. To safely make it through, one would at least need the strength of the pinnacle of the Path-Splitting Realm. Below the pinnacle of the Path-Splitting Realm, it's all about luck. During the universe's destruction, each ultimate being faces different pressures, and with good luck, one might survive. As for after the Path-Splitting Realm, in the Tao Realm of the 12th order, even in the Chaos Void, such beings are considered mighty, overlooking the void and dominating everything. It's very rare to see the birth of a 12th order being at the pinnacle of the Path-Splitting Realm in a complete cosmic era. Added Pavilion Master Shen Yuan Duo. If the Shen Yuan clan leader could cultivate to the pinnacle of the Path-Splitting Realm, it would have an unprecedented impact on human civilization. The explosive increase in combat power goes without saying, and at least during the calamity at the end of the universe, this would preserve a large portion of human civilization's elite, smoothly entering the Chaos Void. Lin Yuan already knew much about the precise division of the 12th order levels. Both from the Demon Jade Space and Shenhuang's Secret Realm have records of this aspect. So far, the universe I'm in is still extremely young, having only gone through 1/10 of a cosmic era. As long as nothing unexpected happens, there's still a long time before the end of destruction. Lin Yuan thought to himself. A complete cosmic era, if measured in years, would amount to an unknowable number of billions of years. For beings like the Moyu Tower Master and His Majesty Shen Huang at the peak of the Chaos Realm, they had long abandoned measuring time in units within the universe but instead preferred to measure by cosmic eras. The scale of time is different in the eyes of life at different levels. Lin Yuan, along with Pavilion Master Shen Yuan Duo and Vice Tower Master Nalen, discussed the intelligence concerning the 12th order levels for a while. They soon shifted the topic to the super large-scale battlefields of different races. Galaxy Master, for this opening of the super large-scale battlefield, will you be entering? Casually asked Shen Yuan Duo. I should be going over. Lin Yuan nodded, as this was already discussed and agreed upon with the ultimate beings. Lin Yuan intended to assist human civilization in seizing the initial leadership of the super large-scale battlefields of different races, in the guise of the sea-calming divine needle. Of course, this matter is top secret. Should different races become aware, they might develop some targeted measures. That's also true. Shen Yuan Duo nodded and then seemed to think of something. Glancing around at other level 11 evolvers, he isolated their surroundings and whispered, "Nevertheless, be at ease. For this opening of the super large-scale battlefields of different races, our human civilization is not unprepared but has a key trump card." Chapter 855. Lin Yuan in the River of Time. The key trump card? Nalen, the Vice Tower Master's eyes shone with excitement, immediately piqued with interest. He too would enter the super-large battlefield, and naturally he was very curious about the methods on the side of human civilization. Shen Yuan Duo, backed by a Shen Yuan Supreme, might just be privy to many top-secret pieces of information. Key trump card. Lin Yuan's heart stirred as well. He had discussed many matters concerning the super-large battlefield with Xia Qin, a powerhouse of human civilization. Indeed, some trump cards were prepared, but something that could be called key There wasn't any, right? Was it told to you by a Shenyuan Supreme? Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, looked at Shenyuan Dua with anticipation. No. Shenyuan Dua shook her head. It's my own guess. Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, was momentarily stunned and took a while to respond. Her own guess? Nalan, you've also experienced the two-dimensional world? You must remember that, Lord? Shenyuan Dua turned to look at Nalan, the Vice Tower Master. That Lord. That Lord. Nalan, the Vice Tower Master's face slightly changed. Are you referring to Lord Shuiyu? Any human evolutionary who fell into the two-dimensional world would not easily forget the emergence of Lord Shuiyu. In fact, not only human evolutionaries, but many powerhouses from the starry sky races are deeply imprinted with the human Shuiyu. Since the first opening of the celestial gate in the two-dimensional world, it marked the era of the human Shuiyu. Even the most legendary lives at level 11 perfect, including the 4 divine kings who wielded their own ultimate weapons, were oppressed and crushed by Shuiyu. After the end of the two-dimensional world, the white paper escaped into the universe, and not just the human civilization but also races across the starry sky were all inquiring about Lord Shuiyu's whereabouts and information. Unfortunately, there were no clues. But undoubtedly, Shuiyu certainly exists, and is suspected to have exited the two-dimensional world, becoming the only survivor among the myriad tribes' powerhouses. The powerhouses of the starry sky races speculated that Shuiyu must belong to the group of hidden evolutionaries within human civilization. Otherwise, there would not be a total lack of information. The number of level 11 evolutionaries openly known in human civilization does not exceed 1,000. The 1,000 level 11 evolutionaries mentioned here refers to those known publicly. In truth, human civilization is also cultivating a batch of evolutionaries in the shadows. This is the hidden strength of human civilization. This kind of preparation is not just present in human civilization, but other cosmic race powers also have the same preparations. Are you saying that Lord Shuiyu will also enter the super-large battlefield? Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, immediately grasped this, looking at Shenyuan Dua with enthused eyes. Likely. Such an event that affects the entire universe. Lord Shuiyu will surely participate. Shenyuan Dua said, which was also her conjecture. In fact, Shenyuan Dua had also asked the Shenyuan Supreme, but she got no responses. However, she firmly believed that Lord Shuiyu was definitely going to take action in the upcoming super-large battlefield. If Lord Shuiyu takes action, then there's nothing to worry about. Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, stated. Although the super-large battlefield of different races is not the same as the two-dimensional world, where the former allows the unrestrained use of ultimate weapons, even inviting the attention and possible interference of level 12. But given the dominance shown by Lord Shuiyu in the two-dimensional world, even placed into the super-large battlefield of different races, he would undoubtedly belong to the strongest group. At least with Lord Shuiyu present, the odds of human civilization gaining the upper hand would increase. Lin Yuan quietly listened to the exchange between Shenyuan Dua and Nalan, the Vice Tower Master. To a certain degree, Shenyuan Dua wasn't wrong. The Shuiyu, from the two-dimensional world, was indeed Lin Yuan himself, and he would also participate in the imminent opening of the super-large battlefield. Galaxy Master, in the two-dimensional world, you missed the opportunity to meet with Lord Shuiyu, but during this super-large battlefield, there should still be a chance. Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, looked at Lin Yuan with a smile on his face. Having the chance to meet Lord Shuiyu is not an opportunity every level 11 can have. Shenyuan Dua also chimed in from the side. Neither Shenyuan Dua nor Nalan, the Vice Tower Master, had any idea that the Lord Shuiyu they were talking about was right in front of them. The gathering was only held for half a day. The level 11 evolutionaries briefly interacted and then dispersed one after another. On the Milky Way main star, Lin Yuan opened his eyes. The path-splitting realm. Thoughts about the level 12 path-splitting realm surfaced in Lin Yuan's mind. The essence of the path-splitting realm is the need to pioneer one's own unique Tao. This is the only way to completely stabilize one's level 12 realm. I wonder, what kind of Tao will I pioneer? Lin Yuan was quite curious. Normally, the Tao established by level 12 would have been set during the successful push to the ultimate stage. And the rest would be a matter of progressing step by step. Continue cultivating. Lin Yuan was about to commence his cultivation and Tao enlightenment. Suddenly, just then, a profound and far-reaching fluctuation of spacetime arrived from the depths of distant space. That place is... Lin Yuan looked up. The location where the super-large battlefield is being established? Lin Yuan quickly thought to himself. To ensure the just-opened super-large battlefield is sturdy enough to withstand unrestrained fighting from level 11 perfects wielding ultimate weapons. Several Supremes joined forces to drag out dozens of large cosmic secret realms from deeper layers of the void, merging them to make the foundation for the super-large battlefield. According to Xia Qin, the Supreme speculation, the final super-large battlefield established would be highly resilient to battle power, and could even accommodate brief exchanges of level 12 forces. Is this the work of level 12? Lin Yuan keenly felt that this spacetime fluctuation, even for those at level 11 perfect of the fifth realm, could only grasp a vague sense. Chapter 856. However, Lin Yuan possessed the comprehension of the sixth realm in time-space. Through the transferred time-space fluctuations, he could faintly reproduce the deep time-space of the distant past where several mighty beings controlled time-space to integrate and refine a vast secret realm. I also possess the comprehension of the sixth realm in time-space, but compared to the true level 12 ultimate, I still lack a lot. At this moment, Lin Yuan also realized this. Although his comprehension of time-space was the same as that of level 12 mighty beings, the foundation of his power was far too different. For blades of the same quality and standard, one wielded by 100 pounds of force and the other by 100 tons of force. The destructive power and potency caused, naturally, aren't of the same level. Take it slowly. How long have I been cultivating? Although Lin Yuan craved the path-splitting realm and level 12, he also knew that accumulation was the key for his current self. Even though Lin Yuan could already try to break through to ultimate anytime, and his hope of stepping into level 12 was much greater than any level 11 perfected evolver, and by a considerable margin at that. But Lin Yuan would still not rush into it recklessly. Once he began to break through to the ultimate, there would be absolutely no way back. He would either succeed in stepping into level 12 or be erased by the backlash in the river of time. Lin Yuan didn't know if the Myriad Realms Gate could save his life, but he naturally had to prepare for the worst. The time for the level 11 celebration will be set in a month. Apart from cultivating and comprehending Tao, Lin Yuan also received numerous congratulatory messages, all celebrating his advancement to level 11. Every newly promoted level 11 has to hold a celebration to awe the foreign races. Nalen, when he stepped into level 11, did the same. As a member of human civilization, Lin Yuan naturally could not break this convention. After all, holding a celebration had substantial benefits for Lin Yuan, which were the numerous congratulatory gifts. Hundreds of years ago, when Lin Yuan held his level 10 celebration, he received several millions worth of cubic universe crystals from various forces. Millions of cubic universe crystals for Lin Yuan now, naturally weren't significant, but keep in mind, this was only the gift money from the level 10 celebration. Compared to Lin Yuan, who had just stepped into level 10, millions of cubic universe crystals were already a substantial amount. And now, Lin Yuan stepping into level 11, the celebration he would hold for level 11 would definitely surpass the scale, prestige, and number of congratulating forces and gift money of the level 10 celebration. These ceremonial gift monies, for Lin Yuan who was worried about the vast resources needed to cultivate the Shenhuang physique, were like timely help in the snow. Even if these still couldn't fill all the resources needed to cultivate the Shenhuang physique to level 11 perfect, they at least eased some of Lin Yuan's pressure. The level 11 celebration held by Lin Yuan, no matter from which aspect, far surpassed the one held by Nalan's deputy tower master. There was no alternative. Although both Lin Yuan and Nalan's deputy tower master held level 11 celebrations, the significance the two represented was completely different. The many forces of human civilization might be able to ignore Nalan's deputy tower master, but they dare not offend the galaxy master in the slightest. Nalan, stepping into level 11, his ultimate upper limit is merely level 11 perfect, with a very slight chance of stepping into level 12. But for the Galaxy Master, there is hope of stepping into level 12. Once the Galaxy Master becomes one of the 12 mighty beings of human civilization in the future, then those forces that didn't come to congratulate today, or say those families who didn't send enough gift money, would probably regret it immensely. Instead of regretting it later, better to make things satisfactory now. This was the thought process of all the major forces of human civilization, therefore leading to the total amount of gift money received by Lin Yuan for this level 11 celebration reached 3.2 billion cubic universe crystals. Lin Yuan counted the total amount of gift money received, a smile appearing on his face. 3.2 billion cubic universe crystals, probably comparable to the entire net worth of many ordinary level 11 evolvers. Such a huge amount of universe crystals, exchanged for various resources, with the discounts enjoyed by Lin Yuan as a high-level citizen, could probably push the cultivation progress of the Shenhuang physique significantly forward. 3.2 billion universe crystals, plus the universe crystals I've saved up over the years. Perhaps I can cultivate the Shenhuang physique to a significant completion at level 11? Lin Yuan estimated in his heart. The cultivation of the Shenhuang physique is mainly limited by two aspects. One is the availability of Shenhuang crystals, which Lin Yuan did not lack. The Shenhuang crystal accumulated over the years in the Shenhuang secret realm is completely sufficient, and there are so many Shenhuang beasts, continuously giving birth to new Shenhuang crystals. Thus, the main shackles restricting Lin Yuan's cultivation of the Shenhuang physique are resources. Time passes. In the blink of an eye, 3 months had passed. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged, the flashes of insight continuously emerging in his mind, pushing the advancement of his rule realms. Great Destruction Rule finally reached the 7th realm. Lin Yuan slowly opened his eyes, a smile appearing on his face. The Great Destruction Rule being a pillar-level fusion rule, the 7th realm is already at the 12th sphere. However, Lin Yuan had already comprehended this pillar-level fusion rule to the peak of the 6th realm at the 10th level. Now stepping into the 11th level, the rate of comprehension skyrocketed. Reaching the 7th realm was to be expected. In fact, over the past 3 months, reaching the 7th realm in pillar-level fusion rules, the Great Destruction Rule was not the first. The first pillar-level fusion rule that Lin Yuan reached the 7th realm was the Life and Death Samsara Rule. My internal world has expanded again. Lin Yuan's thoughts stirred slightly. His consciousness descended into his internal world. Stepping into the 11th level caused the Chaos Void Origin infusion, breaking the shackles limiting Lin Yuan's internal world. Although without the boost from the essence of a 12th level life, Lin Yuan's internal world cannot reach tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of light years. But with no more shackles, every time Lin Yuan improved a step in the rule realm, his internal world noticeably expanded. Furthermore, as time passed, the internal world continuously absorbed the immersed Chaos Void Origin, also slowly expanding. However, the speed was too slow, far slower than the fierce expansion caused by the advancement of rule realms. When he first stepped into the 11th level, Lin Yuan's internal world reached 600 billion square miles. Now, with the comprehension of 2 7th realm pillar-level fusion rules, Lin Yuan's internal world has explosively grown to 650 billion square miles. An increase of a full 500 billion square miles in his internal world. With my current level of life essence, I wonder what it would appear like reflected in the river of time? Lin Yuan's thoughts stirred slightly. A cosmic creature, located within the river of time. But one can only descend their consciousness into the river of time after fully comprehending the rule of time, briefly observing the surroundings. Any creature has a corresponding form reflected in the river of time. Normally, the stronger the essence of life, the more enormous the form reflected in the river of time. 10th level life forms in the river of time are already considered small fish, and 11th level life forms are regarded as big fish in the river of time. The stronger the life essence, the larger the body presented in the river of time, capable of venturing deeper into the river of time. With these thoughts, Lin Yuan's consciousness swiftly merged into the river of time. A suppressing, narrow breath rushed towards him. Lin Yuan opened his eyes, looking around. This is an unimaginable river, vast and boundless, with no end in sight. However, at this moment, Lin Yuan's enormous body filled the entire riverbed. Enormous amounts of river water surged forth, unable to shake Lin Yuan's body in the slightest. Too cramped. This thought emerged in Lin Yuan's mind. The previously vast and expansive river of time now seemed barely able to contain him. Whoosh! Lin Yuan's casually twisting body caused the river water to surge, sweeping towards the shore, causing many big fish to retreat in shock, frantically fleeing in other directions. Chapter 857. Tuoba Ancient God's Confidence. This place should be considered the riverbed, right? Lin Yuan observed his surroundings. The more powerful the life essence of a being, the heavier its weight in the river of time. It would sink to the deep parts of the river of time. And now Lin Yuan was at the bottom of the river of time, that is, the riverbed position. This was already the deepest part of the river of time, where one could sink no further. Many lives. Lin Yuan looked around. Countless specks of light floated in the river of time, each representing a life. The vast expanse of life lights ebbed and flowed with the currents of the river of time. Almost all the life lights could not revive consciousness. To awaken in the river of time, becoming aware of one's presence within it, one must comprehend the rule of time. And comprehending the rule of time essentially required reaching the 11th layer. Some small fish and a few big fish. Lin Yuan continued to observe while flexing his muscles in the river. The larger the form, the clearer the sight in the river of time, seeing further. Those who had just comprehended the rule of time could only see a few tens of meters around them in the river of time. Anything beyond that was a blur. I'll try going against the current. Lin Yuan thought to himself and began walking against the river of time, heading towards the past. After comprehending the rule of time, one gains the ability to travel against the current. But generally, no 11th layer being would do this, as there is no meaning to it. Indeed, comprehending the rule of time allows one to move against the current, but for an 11th layer being, such action is extremely strenuous. After all, it's going against the flow of the river of time. The supreme beings travel against the current specifically to revive past deceased beings. An 11th layer being going against the current? With the life essence of an 11th layer, they can't withstand the backlash of reviving deceased beings. Even reviving a mere 6th layer being would instantly be crushed into nothingness by the mighty river of time. Lin Yuan, following the source of the river of time, gradually stopped. This life light, it's gray? Lin Yuan looked at a light in front of him. A gray light that no longer flows with the river of time indicates a life that has passed away. With my current life essence, I should be able to withstand fishing out this life light and placing it at the newest time node, enduring the backlash. Lin Yuan thought to himself. This is the method for revival. Lin Yuan's life essence is so strong that he has already been able to revive deceased 6th layer beings, which is considered utterly fantastical among the 10,000 races of the cosmic starry sky. Since ancient times, revival has been an exclusive method of the 12th layer ultimate. Besides, even the most monstrous 11th layer beings cannot withstand the backlash of revival. Reviving a 7th layer being. Lin Yuan looked towards a slightly larger gray light in the distance. Reviving this gray light, Lin Yuan felt some pressure. He could revive it but would be heavily injured under the backlash of the river of time. Continue going against the current. Lin Yuan interestingly attempted it. An 11th layer being going against the river of time in the river is extremely strenuous, but for Lin Yuan it was relatively easy. The surging waters of the river of time were merely some resistance. Is this the river of time? A newly enlightened 11th layer being, full of excitement, surveyed his surroundings. To comprehend the rule of time among the 11th layer is to belong to the 2nd rank, no longer a newly promoted 11th layer. It's so vast. How to break free from such a vast river of time? This 11th layer being felt both excitement and despair. To reach the 11th layer, one essentially harbors the extravagant hope of breaking into the ultimate 12th layer. But the vast river of time in sight made all 11th layer beings realize how slim their chances of eventually entering the 12th layer were. In the river of time, life essence is reflected, allowing one to clearly perceive the gap between oneself and the entire river of time. This 11th layer being, even slightly going against the river of time, found it very difficult, let alone breaking free from the river of time. Suddenly, at that moment, this newly promoted second-rank 11th layer being suddenly felt a terrifying undercurrent surging from the depths of the river of time. The 11th layer being was severely shaken by this undercurrent, taking a long time to recover. What exactly happened that undercurrent? The 11th layer being, full of doubts, tried hard to look toward the riverbed. With his life essence, he could clearly see around him for a few tens of meters, but beyond that, it became incredibly blurry. What is that? The 11th layer being tried his best to look toward the depths of the riverbed, and vaguely saw a massive entity occupying the entire riverbed, going against the river of time towards the source. Compared to that vague massive entity, the 11th layer being seemed like an ant. Such a massive form also going against the current, is it a supreme being? This 11th layer being felt a shock in his heart, sensing something was amiss. Wasn't it said that supreme beings have broken free from the binds of the river of time? Why are they still in the river of time? On the banks of the river of time, a towering figure faintly sensed something, looking down at the vast waters. This towering figure was naturally a 12th layer ultimate, slightly puzzled as he observed the river of time, feeling the surging waters were more tumultuous than usual. What could be the reason? The towering figure slightly furrowed his brow, but took no further action. Chapter 858. The 12th layer breaks free from the shackles of the time river, but that does not mean control over the time river. In fact, the 12th layer has a very low perception of the time river. Resurrecting past deceased beings requires using the imprint of life as a coordinate, which illustrates this point. The key here is that once the 12th layer escapes the time river, if they touch the river water again, it will bring a great hidden danger to their own foundational Tao, and there's even the possibility of becoming bound by the time river once more. Even the strongest beings are extremely cautious when resurrecting past lives, touching the water only to release it immediately. Is there a problem with the flow of time in a certain space? The towering figure speculated in his heart. A surplus of tumult in the time river is most likely due to a difference in the flow of time in a certain area of the main universe compared to the surrounding mainstream flow of time. Different time flows manifest in the time river like reefs. The larger the area affected by the different flow of time, and the greater its difference from the mainstream flow, the larger the reef will be, thereby affecting other areas of the time river and creating tumultuous undercurrents. Whose ultimate technique is this? The towering figure idly pondered. A deviation in time flow over such a wide area could only be the work of a peer at the 12th layer. In the time river, with my current essence of life, I can at most resurrect a life of the 7th layer. Resurrecting an 8th layer life, I wouldn't survive the time river's backlash. Lin Yuan concluded after many attempts. The backlash of the time river can only be countered by the essence of life itself. No external object would be useful. At least now, I also have certain traits of the strongest. Lin Yuan said with a smile on his face. Although he can't compare with those strong enough to easily resurrect level 11 lives, Lin Yuan has at least achieved what only the strongest can do. Let's go back. Lin Yuan began to follow the time river back to the current time node. Staying in the past time node for a long time means constant exposure to the time river's currents. Even though Lin Yuan could withstand this for a long time, being within his own time node is the most comfortable. At the Milky Way main star, Lin Yuan's consciousness returned. The numerous attempts within the time river gave Lin Yuan a more concrete grip on his own abilities. At the very least, up to this point, all lives within the time river are far inferior in essence to him. While moving against the current, Lin Yuan had also caught a distant glimpse of those legendary perfect level 11 beings, but compared to himself they didn't even measure up to a toe. There is still a big gap with the strongest. Continue cultivating. Lin Yuan gathered his thoughts, ready to comprehend the rules. Lin Yuan's heart stirred, then a smile appeared. All three of the ultimate weapons have been successfully refined. In the Shenhuang secret realm, Lin Yuan's Taiyang divine spirit sat cross-legged. In front of him, three weapons hovered slowly. A silver battle saber, a golden armor, and a deep aqua pearl. They are respectively the ultimate weapon for offense, the ultimate weapon for material defense, and the ultimate weapon for soul defense. In Lin Yuan's original plan, it would probably have taken years to successfully refine these three ultimate weapons. But stepping into the level 11 caused Lin Yuan's overall power to skyrocket, which resulted in the speed of refining the ultimate weapons soaring, and in the end it took only a few months to refine these three ultimate weapons. With these three ultimate weapons, my strength will once again receive a substantial boost. Lin Yuan nodded slightly, reassessing him in terms of combat power. The combat power of a regular perfect level 11 is at 10. After Lin Yuan stepped into level 11, his combat power was 10,000. Now, with both pillar-level fusion rules reaching the 7th realm, plus the successful refinement of these three ultimate weapons, Lin Yuan's final combat power could potentially reach tens of thousands or even 100,000. It's worth noting that even the combat power threshold of the 12th layer strongest beings is only around 1 million. If I use the physical body divine ability world, and directly explode my world, perhaps the short-term power could reach 200,000 to 300,000? Lin Yuan thought rapidly, the divine ability world, being the fifth kind of his physical body divine abilities, a purely offensive skill. It is also one of Lin Yuan's most powerful trump cards. Not even the power of ultimate weapons can compare to the instant power unleashed by the divine ability world. It's not that the supreme weapon is ineffective, but that Lin Yuan cannot fully unleash the supreme weapon's upper limits. Normally, in the hands of a 12th layer wielder, a supreme weapon can burst forth with a might exceeding 1,000,000. Whoosh! Lin Yuan held the silver battle saber, gently slicing through space. A pitch-black rift appeared, faintly revealing layers upon layers of the outer void. Once the preliminary refinement of the supreme weapon was completed, Lin Yuan could, if he wished, easily tear open the Shenhuang secret realm. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan had tested the might of the supreme weapon, especially the offensive weapon, the silver battle saber, and was quite satisfied in his heart. However, he immediately resumed his cultivation. Even though the supreme weapon greatly enhanced Lin Yuan's combat power, it was after all an external item. Lin Yuan wished to be strong in himself, to possess a might that rivaled the Supremes with the help of the supreme weapon. Time passed by. In the blink of an eye, for months had gone by. The super-large battlefield has opened. Lin Yuan stopped his cultivation and looked at the source of the space-time fluctuations he had sensed. Ever since the super-large battlefield was established, Lin Yuan could constantly feel the space-time fluctuations emanating from there. And just now, these fluctuations suddenly stilled. This signified that the space-time of the super-large battlefield had become completely stable. Super-large battlefield. Lin Yuan's thoughts flickered slightly, and his Taiyang divine spirit stepped forth, instantly heading towards the Xia Yu Evolution Tower. The super-large battlefield was the highest rule-based battlefield established so far by many pinnacle species. It could withstand the brief clashes of 12th layer beings, and it was more than capable of accommodating 11th layer powerhouses wielding supreme weapons to fight unrestrainedly. The super-large battlefield was complete. Human civilization began to signal 11th layer evolvers, gathering the vast majority of the evolutionists around the 9 major evolution towers as the core. Although the 9 supremes of human civilization were all aware of Lin Yuan's strength, that he could overwhelm a level 11 perfect, they had also made other preparations. On the face of it, the super-large battlefield appeared to be a slaughter among 11th layer powerhouses, but in the shadows, it was a collision between the ultimate existences of the 12th layer. Many supreme weapons, and even the ultimate existences, the contingencies left behind by the supremes. In theory, supremes were not allowed to enter the fray themselves. But in actuality, nobody knew for sure. The so-called rules of the super-large battlefield were all personally established by the Supremes. If things really escalated, the Supremes intervening was still a possibility. Of course, this possibility was slim, as most Supremes valued their reputation and would not break the rules they had set unless absolutely necessary. Within the insect race territory, Tuoba Ancient God and a group of 11th layer ancients emerged from a space within the insect race. Tuoba, your avatar has yet to complete cultivation. Do you intend to enter the giant interracial battlefield with your true self? Another ancient god looked at Tuoba Ancient God and couldn't help but speak. With the establishment of the super-large battlefield, the Insect Race Alliance placed immense importance on it, not only commanding the Alliance's many 11th layer powerhouses to participate but also paying a great price to invite solitary 11th layer wanderers. Tuoba Ancient God was one of them. Tuoba Ancient God had no intention of dying for the insect race, but what the insect race offered was too much. So much so that Tuoba Ancient God couldn't resist using his true self. Ever since the two-dimensional world, where Tuoba Ancient God's avatar perished at Lin Yuan's hands, for hundreds of years, Tuoba Ancient God's avatar had not been fully cultivated. To be precise, although Tuoba Ancient God had already condensed an avatar, currently, there was a significant gap between the avatar's combat power and that of his true self. It is easy to condense an avatar, but to condense one that closely matches the strength of the true self requires a great deal of time, energy, and even resources. Moreover, because of the two-dimensional world, Tuoba Ancient God suffered permanent damage to his mental and spiritual will, and forcefully condensing an avatar further impacted his own strength. Don't worry, I have a clear plan. Tuoba Ancient God looked at the Ancient God who reminded him, responding with his reply. Since he dared to agree to the insect race, he certainly had full confidence in his heart. Chapter 859 Domination. Tuoba Ancient God's confidence originated from a supreme weapon that the insect race had temporarily lent to him. Tuoba Ancient God was an 11th rank of the 5th tier, who had comprehended the 5th realm of space and time and possessed the initial ability to refine the supreme weapon. To strengthen the foundations in the Alliance's large-scale battlefields, the insect race started lending their treasure trove of supreme weapons as much as possible. But it was only a loan. They still needed to be returned afterward. And this supreme weapon was also Tuoba Ancient God's greatest source of confidence. Within the time chamber opened by the insect race, Tuoba Ancient God had spent thousands of years and successfully refined the supreme weapon initially. With the supreme weapon in hand, Tuoba Ancient God dared to send his true self, accepting the insect race's invitation. After all, armed with a supreme weapon, Tuoba Ancient God considered himself absolutely safe. Who could kill him wielding such a weapon if not a 12th rank? Even if faced with other 11th level perfect beings who also wielded supreme weapons, using the power of those weapons, they could at best suppress or expel him. As for utterly defeating him, ever since the birth of the universe countless eons ago, there had never been an instance of an 11th rank with a supreme weapon falling at the hands of another 11th rank. Do you understand the risks? The ancient god who reminded Tuoba fell silent for a while. Indeed, the supreme weapon is very strong, but your avatar in the two-dimensional world also wielded a supreme weapon, yet it still perished in the end. The two-dimensional world is not the same as the cosmic battlefields. Tuoba Ancient God frowned. In the two-dimensional world, the might of the supreme weapon could not be fully unleashed. Otherwise, that human Shuiyu could never have killed me. Having said that, the ancient god who had warned Tuoba chose to remain silent. He just offered his advice. Whether Tuoba Ancient God listened or not was no longer his concern. The supreme weapon was indeed mighty, offering an ultimate ability to protect oneself, but nothing is absolute. Sending one's true self into a large-scale battlefield was indeed somewhat risky. Watching the ancient god leave, Tuoba Ancient God continued to commune with that supreme weapon within his body. As long as I help the insect race gain an advantage on the large-scale battlefield, I will obtain the treasure that I desire, which will not only compensate for the foundational loss of my spirit and will but also might enable me to advance further, to reach 11th level perfect. A hint of desire surfaced in Tuoba Ancient God's heart. Not every 11th rank could achieve perfection. Although reaching the 5th tier of the 11th rank could challenge the ultimate, the hope was slim, and certainly reaching perfection was best. If it were not for the opening of this large-scale battlefield, the insect race would not have released that treasure. Tuoba, ancient god, knew well that this opportunity might only come once for him. That's why Tuoba, ancient god, risked sending his true self and accepted the insect race's invitation. Even without my help, the insect race is likely to gain an advantage on the battlefield, Tuoba, ancient god, silently thought. As one of the peak races of the universe, there is no need to speak of the insect race's foundations. Previously, in the two-dimensional world, all extraordinary powers were suppressed, causing the insect race's ability to breed insect race warriors to suffer unprecedented weakening. Thus, in the two-dimensional world, the presence of the insect race wasn't strong. But on the cosmic battlefields, that was the main battlefield of the insect race, where they could freely breed powerful insect race warriors. They could even breed billions upon billions of insect race warriors in advance and then take them into battle. Tuoba, ancient god, even felt that by just coasting in the battlefield, he could obtain the treasure he longed for. If I encounter that human Shuiyu again on the battlefield, I'll just retreat. Tuoba, ancient god, had no thoughts of revenge. In his view, human Shuiyu was very likely a human civilization's 11th level perfected evolver. In this large-scale battlefields of different races, human Shuiyu would surely wield a supreme weapon, and there was no need for him to compete against such an adversary, even if he had the means to save himself. I heard that the Galaxy Master has also stepped into 11th rank. Thinking about human Shuiyu, Tuoba, ancient god, then thought of the Galaxy Master, knowing that his current predicament was largely thanks to the Galaxy Master. If it weren't for the Galaxy Master's rapid progress, causing Tuoba, ancient god, to feel threatened, he wouldn't have agreed to join the large-scale battlefield, and thus wouldn't have been sucked into the two-dimensional world by white paper. To reach 11th rank in such a short time, Tuoba, ancient god, couldn't help feeling envious. As a special life form nurtured by the cosmic starry skies, Tuoba's talents and aptitude were beyond question. But compared with the Galaxy Master, he was undoubtedly outshone, as the Galaxy Master had only taken a few hundred years to reach the 10th rank, while he had spent tens of millions to billions of years to step into the 11th rank. Such rapid progress, the foundation must not be solid, and the hopes of reaching the ultimate are slim. Tuoba, ancient god's eyes narrowed slightly. If I encounter him on the large-scale battlefield this time, I might give him a profound lesson. The Galaxy Master stepping into the 11th rank was not entirely bad news. At least Tuoba, ancient god, felt that the other party was very likely to join the large-scale battlefields of different races. If the Galaxy Master was only at rank 10, under the protection of human civilization, there would be no chance for him to make contact with him. But now, Tuoba, ancient god, had an opportunity. Tianyu clan territory. At the highest point, the towering ancestral figures of the Tianyu feathered race looked down below. One after another, Tianyu clan's 11th rank godlords stood tall, desiring to gain control of the large-scale battlefield, representing many benefits to be reaped. Rustle. A heavenly lord with 20 pairs of wings on her back appeared. A woman of perfect appearance with a holy aura, wearing a saintly crown on her head. This large-scale battlefield, our Tianyu clan will surely not disappoint the ancestors. The perfectly comely woman was named Tianyu Meng. Being able to have Tianyu as a surname indicated the most noble bloodline, carrying the blood of the very first ancestor. Be wary of the Yu clan. The first ancestor from the highest point spoke, his voice a thunderous roar. Yes. Tianyu Meng nodded. She was the most promising member of the Tianyu clan to strive for the ultimate existence. Her bloodline originated from the very first ancestor, and this time she carried with her the tribal guardian weapon of the Tianyu clan, the angelic crown. Tianyu Meng had already planned to make her mark in the grand-scale battlefields of different races. Even among the most powerful weapons, the angelic crown was considered top-notch. It was forged from a treasure that fell into the cosmos shortly after the first ancestor of the Tianyu clan was born. Only someone like Tianyu Meng, with the blood of the first ancestor flowing in her veins, could refine such a formidable weapon. No one else, not even a level 11 perfect, could achieve such a feat. Consequently, the might of the angelic crown was immense, surpassing that of the other powerful weapons. The power Tianyu could unleash with it was also higher than other 11th level perfect wielders of such weapons. The insect race and the Tianyu clan made many arrangements and strategic plans for the grand-scale battlefield. The Yu clan, the Star Alliance, and other peak forces did the same, as the outcome of the grand-scale battlefield would determine the division of resource enclaves within the universe for the next several million years. Every clan and force attached great importance to it. Xia Yu Evolution Tower. Lin Yuan's Taiyang Divine Spirit hurried over. At this moment, the place was already filled with numerous 11th level evolvers, all under the command of Xia Qin, the supreme powerhouse. The 9 evolution towers of human civilization each control a portion of the evolvers, making them factions of sorts. Of course, within human civilization, due to the constraints set by the 3 goddesses and the guidance of the 9 powerhouses, there were hardly any significant struggles. All contradictions and conflicts were resolved at the very beginning. Who is that? It's the Galaxy Master. The Galaxy Master has come too. As soon as Lin Yuan entered the Xia Yu Evolution Tower, he drew the attention of many 11th level evolvers, most of whom had seen him at a gathering not long before. Galaxy Master. Nalen, the deputy master of the tower, flew over and greeted Lin Yuan. Are there many level 11s you don't recognize? Nalen asked in a low voice, pulling Lin Yuan aside. Yes. Lin Yuan nodded. Anyone who reached the status of an 11th level evolver was essentially a highly influential figure within human civilization and would have celebrated an 11th level ceremony. Even if Lin Yuan had not taken part, he had at least heard of them. These 11th level evolvers have been secretly trained by the supreme powerhouses, Nalen said, having only found out himself not long ago. I see. Lin Yuan nodded. His gaze swept over the many 11th level evolvers, and he could faintly sense the presence of powerful weapons surging within some of them. Once an evolver reached the 5th category of level 11, human civilization would typically equip them with a powerful weapon. Of course, it was alone, and upon returning from the grand-scale battlefield, they would need to return it to human civilization. Xia Qin, the supreme powerhouse, had once asked Lin Yuan if he needed a powerful weapon, but Lin Yuan declined. The so-called powerful weapons, Lin Yuan already had quite a few. Refining a few more would not significantly enhance his strength. Rather than wasting them on Lin Yuan, it would be better to equip another 11th level 5th category evolver with one. Next, one after another, 11th level evolvers came up to greet Lin Yuan. Everyone was an evolver from the Xia Yu Evolution Tower, and it was natural for them to be close to one another. Time passed. Another month flew by in the blink of an eye. A majestic figure condensed, and the oppressive presence of a supreme powerhouse spread out. Supreme powerhouse. All 11th level evolvers in the area stood up and looked towards the newly appeared Xia Qin, the supreme powerhouse. The time is nearly upon us. Xia Qin, the supreme powerhouse, looked around and said, I don't need to elaborate on the importance of the grand-scale battlefield. Now I will make some assignments. After saying this, Xia Qin paused for a moment before continuing. All 11th level evolvers of Xia Yu Evolution Tower will follow the command of one person in the battlefield. In wars between clans, except for the formidable level 12s, everyone else must obey commands, and only through such organization can they exert their greatest strength. Galaxy Master. Xia Qin's tone was calm, and his gaze fell on Lin Yuan, who was standing in a corner. As soon as these words were spoken, many 11th level evolvers on the scene were shocked, turning their gaze to Lin Yuan, the recently advanced level 11 Galaxy Master. Chapter 860. The 12 Great Cosmic Powers. Galaxy Master? Do we all follow the orders of the Galaxy Master? Several 11th level perfected evolvers exchanged glances. The strongest among these evolvers showed a look of surprise. Whether in the Human Civilization Alliance or among the Starry Sky races, power dictates rank. To have these 11th level evolvers, all obeying the Galaxy Master, the most fundamental premise is that the Galaxy Master himself cannot be weak. Yes. Obey the command of the Supreme. The evolvers immediately nodded in response. Even though Xiaqin's command puzzled all 11th level evolvers, there must be a reason since the Supreme said so. This newly promoted 11th level Galaxy Master's strength must far exceed everyone's imagination. Galaxy Master? Naylan, the Vice Tower Lord, blinked, looking with a slightly unfamiliar expression at Lin Yuan sitting beside him. To think that the Galaxy Master he has watched from level 6 or 7, now commanded such attention from Xiaqin, and ruled over all 11th level of Xiaoyu Evolution Tower? Such a status, placed in Xiaoyu Evolution Tower, is second only to the Supreme. Even within the Human Civilization Alliance it would securely rank in the top 20. There are 9 evolution towers within human civilization, each with a Vice Lord. But Vice Lords, typically at level 10, handle trivial matters and have no authority to command 11th level evolvers. Let's go. Xiaqin swept his gaze over everyone, and space-time began to shift. Moments later, Xiaqin, along with all the evolvers, arrived at the edge of a vast continent. This vast continent, containing extreme spatial temporal suppression, spans over 1,000 light-years in diameter, like a colossal entity stretching out under the cosmic skies. Is that the super-large battlefield? The spatial temporal suppression is terrifying. I can feel that spatial shifting there will be greatly restricted. No wonder it's the ultimate rule battlefield jointly constructed by several Supremes. The 11th level evolvers of Xiaoyu Evolution Tower couldn't help but whisper amongst themselves. Previously, 11th level evolvers rarely had a chance to act even in large battlefields, and now in the super-large battlefield of different races, being 11th level is just the threshold. The spatial temporal maze. Compared to other 11th level evolvers, the super-large battlefield looked to Lin Yuan like an unprecedented spatial temporal maze. The spatio-temporal fusion rule operated, rendering the battlefield in an incredibly stable state. Truly marvelous. Admired Lin Yuan inwardly, though his comprehension of spacetime also reached the 6th realm, he was far from being able to create such an immense spatial temporal maze. This required an immense foundation. Even combined efforts of Peak Force's supreme beings took almost half a year to complete. In reality, the creation of this super-large battlefield took more than just half a year. Long ago, major forces had plans to develop such a battlefield. Since then, they've been preparing for this. Swish, swish, swish. Xiaqin, along with many 11th level evolvers, appeared, and soon dozens of distinctly different presences approached. Greetings to Supreme Xiaqin. These dozens of presences, profound and spanning a depth, were 11th level beings, not human evolvers, but those from different races serving under human civilization and independent 11th level entities from starry sky races and so on. As a peak race, human civilization, sprawling across the cosmic starry skies, naturally attracts a large number of strong beings. Hence, human civilization is also known as the Human Civilization Alliance. Upon entering the battlefield, everyone follows the orders of the Galaxy Master. Xiaqin, with a calm tone, gave a casual command. Yes. Dozens of 11th level from different races were inwardly startled. They had of course heard of the renown of the Galaxy Master, but they didn't expect Xiaqin to entrust him with such a heavy responsibility, and it seemed not only those different 11th level races but all evolvers of 11th level from Xiaoyu Evolution Tower were to obey the Galaxy Master. Could Xiaqin be overly favoring this newly promoted 11th level? Many 11th level different races evolvers were wavering in thought, but they didn't dare to defy the command of the Supreme. 52 11th level from different races in total. Lin Yuan glanced at them and took note. Originally, Xiaoyu Evolution Tower's 11th level evolvers numbered 143. Including these 52 from different races, the total count of 11th level strong beings affiliated with Xiaoyu Evolution Tower nears 200. Lin Yuan looked up and saw the other 8. Hello everyone, this is Shadow. Due to copyright restrictions on YouTube, I can't publish many of the audiobooks you love. That's why I've created a special paid service where you can enjoy over 300 high-quality audiobooks from platforms like Webnovel, Pocket FM, Audible, Wuxia, and more. Each novel comes as a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no hidden fees. After payment, you'll receive full access via Telegram, along with all future updates for that novel. You'll find a wide selection of your favorite genres and titles, always in premium audio quality. Check the full list of available novels in the description. DM me now to get your favorite stories in audiobook form and start listening today.